Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And I know that this makes it look like I'm at the airport, which I am. I am at Changi Airport in Singapore, but I'm also in my room. We're staying at the Crowne Plaza here at Changi, and I'm gonna give you guys a full tour here of this hotel. Already loving it. We booked the runway view room, as you can see, so I am gonna have a lot of fun with that, but I'm gonna show you around the hotel, show you all the features, take you to the lounge because we have lounge access, and I'll also give you a tour of our room. All right, so we are in the lounge. I'm gonna show you around here. It's a beautiful lounge. Staff here is very lovely. Walked in and it's during cocktail hour, so I'm gonna show you what they have for that. They do have a fridge where they have like sodas and yogurts and juices and things like that that are available throughout the day. They're open till 10:30. And when you have a seat, they've got this little menu of beverages, drinks that you can order, like bar drinks, cocktails, and of course, we're in Singapore, so we had to say yes to the Singapore slang. So we're gonna enjoy that, and I'm gonna show you guys around, and then I'll show you what we picked, and then I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna put you guys away before we head and check out the rest of the hotel. Look at this, shrimp, fresh pizza. Got a spring roll, some fresh Parmesan cheese, water crackers, and of course we got our drinks here. So now it's time to enjoy them. See you in a little bit. All right, let's go take a look at the gym. All right, so we're gonna check out the pool area. These are tables you can sit at, and if you wanna order food, you just scan this and then order some food. There's also a smoking area out here. If you're a smoker, that's your spot out there. And let's take a look at the pool area. It's very beautiful. There are a few select rooms that have direct access to the pool. That's right here. And then you just go right in. But look at how beautiful this pool is. The view of the tower. So it looks like the pool is in the sun for most of the afternoon. It's right above right now, and it's about noon. So in a little bit that sun will go over, probably a couple hours, and then it'll all be in the shade. So it just depends on if you want to swim in the shade or in the sun. But there's lots of chairs over here with shade, and really a nice big deck area As you can see, it's not busy. I was here earlier today as well, and it was not very busy then either. So you have a couple of choices for breakfast. You can eat here in the lounge with the buffet that's behind me. I'll show you what that looks like here in a second for the breakfast. Or you can have breakfast at the restaurant downstairs. It's more expansive, has some local stuff. So you really have a choice of either one of them. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there's absolutely 0 people in the lounge. So I think I'm really gonna enjoy just having breakfast here in the lounge. I ordered a coffee. Look at this. This is my latte. So beautiful. So I'm gonna drink this coffee, and then you can order eggs made to order. Eggs, Benedict, scrambled, whatever you want. They'll do that, plus all the other things on the side here. So I think this is gonna be the play for me today. All right, all done with breakfast. So as promised earlier, let's head to the room and take a tour of the room. All right, I know you've been anxiously, patiently waiting for the tour of this room, so let's check it out. It's a king runway view room for when you're booking it, if this is what you're looking at. And it starts out here at the entrance. There's this nice bench, which I think I'm just gonna use to put a suitcase on. We're just here for one night. Here you've got your air conditioner, and you do have an outlet here. This is an interesting thing here. It's open on this side of our room. It's like just an empty, like, I don't know what you call it, corridor. But anyways, it has this here. I don't know what that does. And then right here is just ironing board and iron. And then you've got all of your things here for making coffee and tea, and they provide all of these things for you. They do provide you obviously with some water. You've got your outlet back there, and they did give us these cookies when we checked in as a thank you for being an IHG1 Rewards member. And then we also have a little mini fridge, which is not a mini bar, it's just a fridge, and they have the creamer in here. I think because it's so humid here in Singapore, I think they have to do that to keep the creamer from being really gross. All right, let's come into the bathroom. Do not be alarmed, the fact that you see the windows here, because there is a shade that you can put down. Very, very Asia. This tub is amazing. I think this is the perfect size for my 5'4" legs. I think this is gonna work really well for me. I don't know about Rob, probably too short for him, but it's perfect for me. All right, let's look on this side here. We've got a few things here that they provide for you: toiletries, lotion, towels, more water, hand soap, which again, I'm not a super fan of this. I don't know why they don't just give you the pump like they do at many other Crowne Plazas of the hand and body wash. I don't know why they give you this one. It's the same brand, but it's the actual soap. I'm not a fan. Towel here, nice little sink, toilet, and then a nice shower here. So yeah, this is a pretty good bathroom. And like I said, this will come down so you can have your privacy. And then here is kind of like a mini closet. You've got a couple of robes here. And then there's this whole big bench here, and you've got your slippers and laundry bag in here. And this whole, you know, counter here, probably gonna put a bag there, I guess. And then here you just hang your, you've got the hangers. They don't give you too many. I don't think people stay here for more than just a couple days, so that's probably fine. Nice little TV, it's a Samsung. I don't know that I'm gonna be watching any TV. I think you know what I'm gonna be watching later. Desk, look at this ergonomic chair. Very nice. Feels very, has like a little give to it, which is nice, feels super comfortable. And then we've got some drawers here at the desk. And then the safe is over here. Just kind of built in there. And you've got some USBs here at the desk. You also have an HDMI port at the desk, as well as the phone, the lamp. It's a huge desk. Really, two people could sit there and work if you wanted to do that. But we're not here to work, really. We're just here to kind of enjoy it. Little table, which is great. You could sit here, watch TV if you wanted to, or you could probably just turn these and enjoy the views. Look at this, we have a plane. Looks like just landing, Singapore Airlines plane. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is exactly what I'm gonna be doing most of the night, but let's take a look at the rest of the room. Here's the king size bed. And then it looks like they've got the phone over there and the clock on this side. You've got night lights, USBs, and an outlet, and you can control the lights from here. And then of course you've got some drawers here as well. Not that you're really gonna store much, but this is a great room. I think it's gonna be so much fun to sit here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get my Flight Radar app out, and I'm gonna try to figure out where all these planes are coming and going from, just because I like to do that for fun. I don't know about anybody else, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the tour of the room. I'll give you guys a wrap up in just a minute. All right, so we have moved on from Singapore. We are now in Bangkok, but let's get into this with the Crowne Plaza at the Changi Airport in Singapore. It was such a cool and unique experience. It's one of the reasons why we put it on our list. I did do a full video of our flight there on Singapore Airlines A350-900. It's here on the channel, so make sure you check that out. But let's talk about my ratings for this hotel, because there's lots to talk about here. So the first thing we're going to talk about is location, and I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 because it is the perfect location. If you are trying to you're staying at an airport hotel and you want to be as close to the airport as possible, you are not going to get any closer than the Changi Airport Crowne Plaza. It is perfect. It's literally, you get your bag and you just walk right over to the hotel. It's on the same level and everything. You don't have to go anywhere, just walk straight and you end up there. Just follow the signs. There's signs up ahead with arrows. The arrows are ever so slightly confusing, but just keep going in the direction that they're sort of pointing. And if they're pointing up, it just means straight, so don't go up the escalator, which we were gonna do at one point, but then decided not to. So 10 out of 10 for the location. Obviously, it's a safe location, super easy, like I said, and very quick to get to. It was so great to get off of a flight and not have to get into any kind of transportation in order to get to the hotel. So that was amazing. The next thing is cleanliness. This hotel, 10 out of 10. I mean, I didn't see a speck of dust anywhere. Everything was just tip top, and every time I left the room, I saw somebody cleaning something. There was always cleaning going on. So they definitely, that's something that they definitely take care of. I mean, it is Singapore, so not out of character for them. Next one is the amenities, and this one is out of 20. We're gonna give this one a 15. So they had a gym and they did have a pool. The pool was lovely, and it was actually a pretty good size. For an airport hotel, it was not bad at all. And there were plenty of chairs around. Some of the rooms actually walked out right onto the pool. The gym, however, was pretty small, didn't have a ton of offerings as you saw. Not really the greatest, you know, it's not amazing, but it wasn't awful. It was just, you know, a regular hotel gym. So not a ton there. Probably because it's an airport hotel, I would imagine. They don't put a lot into it, knowing that not a lot of people are going to use it. But when I went in there to take a quick video clip, there were a couple people in there. Next thing we're going to talk about is service. Service was actually pretty good for the most part. I would say the level of service in the lounge was definitely higher than in the rest of the hotel. When we got there, you know, they kind of just quickly ushered us into a line and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of a quick interaction there, but the staff in the lounge probably exceeds the staff in the whole rest of the hotel, which was pretty interesting. So 8 out of 10 for them. Next one is the lounge. And I'm gonna give this lounge an 8 out of 10. It's a little bit on the smaller side, but it was beautiful, immaculate, really well decorated, and the staff in there was absolutely incredible. We didn't stay there very long, so we didn't get to see, you know, if the food was repeated often. Sometimes in the lounges, the food is the same every single day. And I fear that that is the case in this one, possibly, but I can't say that obviously for sure. But the offerings were pretty decent for the most part. One thing I did like is, as a part of the lounge, you can have breakfast in the lounge, or you can have breakfast down in the hotel where they have a ton more offerings in the restaurant down in the lobby. And we chose to eat in the lounge because I wanted to see how much you could get. They had a ton of offerings. I was the only person in there when I went in for breakfast, and they do your eggs to order, and they had all the sides that you would want, juices, anything, any kind of coffee. The coffee was so good, amazing. I actually had 2 and they were pretty big glasses, as you saw, of coffee. I ended up having 2 because it was so good. Plus I wanted to be perky for the flight. And then let's move on. So 8 out of 10 for the lounge. Elite recognition, I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10. When we got there, I looked around for an IHG Rewards check-in line. They do not have one at the front, the main counter where you check in. Asked if there was one, they said no, but just so you know, you can check in at the lounge, which was upstairs, but I was not directed there. He directed me to stay in the line, so I went ahead and did that, got in the line, and started the check-in process, gave her my passport to check for my reservation, and it was a little bit before she recognized the elite status and even tried to, you know, look for an upgrade of some sort. So that was kind of like by request, essentially. So a 6 out of 10 for that. Value, I would give this one maybe like a 7 out of 10. I think that the value, I mean, for an airport hotel, is really not that bad when you think about it. And when you compare prices to some of the others, as I said, we paid a cash rate for this hotel as opposed to points. Usually we use our points, but since we were staying only one night, we try to use the points when we're doing 4 nights or more, because we have the IHG Premier Rewards card, and that gives us the 4th night for free. But when we're staying for less than that, then sometimes we just pay the cash rate, and we got the points anyways for using extra points for using the IHG Rewards card, 26 times points for using the card. So that was pretty good, and those have already showed it up on my statement. Next one is the sleep environment. Amazingly enough, even though you're at an airport, I did not hear a plane all night, and we were on the runway. which was astounding. I give this one a 9 out of 10. The bed was super comfortable. The temperature was really good in the room. The the shades were darkening shades, so that was fantastic. You're really not going to beat that. It was a really good sleeping environment. And then the last one, overall experience, I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. It was a pretty good hotel. It was beautiful, a lot of, you know, things close by. You could walk straight to the Jewel and see the waterfall from the hotel without even going outside, although it's kind of hot in those little walkways in between, but still, you didn't have to go outside if it was raining or whatever, which it wasn't when we were there. But overall, you know, it was a pretty good experience. So that's gonna put this hotel at an 82, which is really not bad at all. That's actually a really good rating. And like I said, this was a pretty good overall experience at this hotel. Would I recommend you staying there? Yeah, I would. If you're going to Singapore and you want to stay at the airport, definitely. One of the things I loved about it was obviously getting that runway view room, and that is one of the reasons also why we did the cash rate, because we wanted to guarantee getting the runway view room. It's not a room that they will upgrade you to. So if you use points, you're only going to be able to book a regular room, which is going to be facing the street or into the courtyard or by the pool. But if you want that runway view room, you have to pay for the runway view room or book the runway view room, because it's not a room that they upgrade you to. So that's also one of the reasons why we decided to just pay for it, because that's what I really wanted. I love train spotting, so I had my flight radar app out and I was watching the planes and I knew where everybody was coming from, so that was really fun. So if that's something you enjoy or somebody you travel with enjoys, then that's definitely a good reason to book that room. So they only have so many of them. There's not that many because we were not on the top floor. I think we were on like the 5th floor or something like that. But it's basically the lower levels of the hotel are blocked by the airport itself. And so once you get to a certain level, then from there up, so there's not that many of them that are actually facing the runways that you can actually get the runway view. So that's how come it also, there's not that, you know, there's not that many of them available. Everything else is either facing out of the sides or out of the back, like I said, towards the road or towards the pool. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Go ahead and leave me your questions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give this video a like, and if you liked it and you'd like to see more, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.